Hello everyone, I am Josh and welcome to this Sims 3 house building video. So today we are building a beach house in Sunset Valley. So I've custom placed this lot. It's kind of next to the beach lot that's in Sunset Valley, so there wasn't anything else here originally, and I just kind of placed this lot right here. And it's kind of a nice lot because it's very long and narrow, so it kind of runs from the street all the way into the ocean. So we're building a house that is quite large. It's actually deceptively large. When I first built the exterior structure, I didn't realize it was actually going to be so big on the inside, but it ends up being 5 bedrooms and 5.5 bathrooms. And what I'm doing here is not building a basement, but instead I'm going to be putting a pool under the house, which is quite interesting. I don't know. I thought it would be nice just because of the way the terrain was shaped. When I first saw the lot, there was kind of this divot between these kind of two areas. I don't know. There's like a sand dune kind of area that's kind of a hill, and there's like the street area are kind of higher, and then kind of like it's a divot in between. So I thought, why not kind of flatten out that area and kind of make it a pool under the house? So that's what I ended up doing. So here we're just putting in some foundation. Obviously I ended up using the stilts because, makes sense. It's on a beach. And again, it's one of these builds where I'm utilizing the terrain to kind of inform the design of the house. So again, we have those stairs going down to the pool area underneath and kind of the parts of the house that hang over that area. I mean, of course on stilts, so it's not really hanging, but it's kind of cool. I like working on lots with interesting terrain instead of just building on flat lots because it just makes the house look kind of cool. I also put some very large decks that go out toward the water, so we can see them happening right here. So there's one that comes directly off the house, and then there's that one that's kind of horizontally orientated, and there's some stairs that go down to that. So there's just a lot of outdoor space. It's kind of because I built the house really close to the street, so I thought I should kind of put some outdoor areas closer to the water. So I did that, and as you can see, it's a lot of porch space. I also put stairs from the very far porch all the way down to the sand on the beach, so you can walk from the back door pretty much all the way down to the water, so without having to go around. So that's pretty nice. Anyway, so here you can see I am putting on the second floor. So there's a lot of balconies on this house. There's the front porch and then the whole side porch, obviously, and then there's the front balcony, and there's going to be a small balcony off the master bedroom, which I put in later. This house actually kind of has 2 master bedrooms, which is a little strange. The one that does not face the ocean is actually bigger, which is kind of unfortunate, but there's one that faces the front of the house and one that faces the back of the house. So I guess if you play with this house, you can kind of choose which one you want your Sims to stay in, but they're both very nice, of course. And right here, I was going to put a freeze on the house, but I decided against doing that because it just looked bad. It looked terrible, especially off the front part where with those 2 porches kind of stacked on top of each other. It didn't look very good, so I ended up getting rid of the roof over the top porch, and I ended up just kind of, see, it just looked bizarre, and it made the front of the house just look too monotonous, so I ended up removing, I'll remove the columns as well. So I ended up removing that part of the porch, and it ended up looking a bit better. This house was very, very loosely based off a picture I saw on Google Images of a beach house. This house is, I say it's obviously, but you haven't seen the picture, so you don't know. But this house is much bigger than that one. But it was just kind of the front area with the porch and then the balcony above it. That's kind of what I used that as inspiration. But the rest of the house is pretty much all what I ended up doing. And here you can see I'm just putting in some more roof. The actual building part of this house goes by pretty quickly, I feel. I mean, I didn't really mess about or change things too much, kind of just went in a nice, neat, ordered fashion. But it's still a very long video, as my Sims 3 house builds tend to be. So yeah, a lot of that is the furnishing, I believe. So, it is a 5-bedroom house, and there's a lot of space inside that need furnishing. Right here, I'm using constrained floor elevation on this small part over what will be a bathroom, so it's just just to make it look a little taller, but it's a nice little tower detail, I suppose. And yeah, so that is pretty much the structure, I believe. I'm going to probably move on to windows and doors soon. I'm going to put a little fake chimney there. I also put a small 3rd floor in, which I expand later on. I haven't even done it yet, but here we go. We're actually doing it right now. So I kind of put a small little artist's loft area. It's not really a loft, but it's like a little painting studio I put up on the very top floor. So it's a small room, but there's some nice dormers that look out to the water. So might as well just use the space under the roof. So I put in some small dormers for now, but I do make them larger so I can put in some larger windows. And right now we're actually going to do the floor plan. So there's the ladder to the 3rd floor, and I'm going to put in the stairs to the 2nd floor, which are right there. There you go. And I haven't even done the pool yet. I don't know when I get to that. Some point. Oh, right here. There you go. Perfect timing. So there's the pool, and it's just under the house. It's nothing special. I mean, I guess it would have been nicer if the pool faced the ocean. So if you're in the pool, you can see the ocean. But you can't have everything, I guess. But anyway, there's the living room, the dining room. There's a little hallway there, and there's going to be a bedroom and a study off of that. And the kitchen is in the back of the house. So, and then up here we have the other 4 bedrooms and the other 4 bathrooms. So. And so just figuring out the layout here, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really change it too much. I flip one of the bedrooms and bathrooms there on the left, but otherwise that's it. It's pretty much the set floor plan at this point. And here I'm just putting in some doors, of course, those are very important, so it's going to have them all over the place, naturally, and there's going to be some nice archways downstairs between all the different rooms. I actually quite like the floor plan in this house. I think it turned out nicely. It kind of has a nice flow to it, like you walk into the living room and then there's a hallway off of which you can get to pretty much every other room in the house. So it's kind of convenient. I like that. And right here I'm putting in some trees. So there's a giant bamboo tree in the front there, and also, of course, some palm trees, some flowering trees, all the necessary things. And right now I'm putting in some windows, of course. That's important. So just some windows. I think it's a combination of windows from Supernatural and University Life. So I like those windows a lot. The ones on the top there, and also the ones from Supernatural on the bottom are quite nice. And of course, I use my favorite doors on the house because they look kind of like nice French doors. And here I'm changing out the color of all of the porch railings and columns because I had them all the default colors. So I thought it would be nice if they all look nice. So there you go, just going through and changing all that with Creative Style, which the Creative Style was kind of annoying when I did this build. It started to lag a lot toward the end, which surprisingly doesn't really come across when the footage is sped up. It all looks kind of nice and smooth, but it was kind of annoying to work with, especially once the house gets a lot bigger. It starts to get laggy, but it's not really noticeable in the video, so that's good. Anyway, you can see just putting in some more railings and stuff, and I'll put in some stairs that go all the way down to the beach later, and some more windows, very important. Plenty of windows around the front, and just more windows down there. Gotta get all the windows in, and I'll make the house kind of a kind of a nice peach color, I guess. I think it's kind of peach. You'll see that in a few moments once I'm done with all the windows and stuff. And I believe I changed the roof color slightly as well to more orange instead of red, but that's not a huge change. Right now it's kind of orange anyway, but And here I'm just putting some windows up in the dormer areas, and I will obviously make those bigger as I said. And yeah, so I think that's pretty much the structure done. All the windows are in place. And here we go with the colors. So again, like I said, it's going to be a peach kind of color. It's kind of a beachy color. I guess that's why I chose it. So there you go, and that's what it looks like. So it's quite lovely. I also kind of use a wood pattern as well to kind of break it up a bit, because otherwise the entire house would just be one color, and that looks a little strange. So I decided to break it up a little bit with a kind of wood pattern that's kind of worn a bit. I used kind of a similar thing on the summer beach house I did a year ago. So yeah, you can see I kind of just used this nice wood pattern that kind of makes the house look a little nicer, a little bit more beachy too. It's kind of like a nice driftwood kind of look, I guess. I don't know, what do I know, but it looks nice. So just putting that in there, and it's kind of just used as an accent kind of on the main front area, and then just a few other places, but most of the house is the kind of peach colored siding, or it's kind of apricot. I would describe it as apricot instead of peach. Anyway, just more of the siding coming on just around the place. Gotta get all that lovely siding in. And yeah, just gotta get that around the house, on the back, of course, very important. And yeah, getting that in. And there, just forgot the upstairs, gotta get that in. And soon we can move on to something probably more exciting. Gotta do the third floor as well. And yeah, there you go, wonderful. And running out of things to say about the siding, but why not? It's siding. It's basically what it is. There you go. Wonderful. Got that all done. So I believe that, there's the new roof color as well. That's pretty exciting. I believe that I kind of jump around a lot with this house too, as I usually do. I kind of do some landscaping, and then I do some interior, and then go back outside and inside. you know the drill if you've watched any of my other builds. It just, I don't really work in order, but oh well. And here I'm just changing these stair colors so they all kind of match a bit. And the doors, of course, gotta come inside and change the color of the doors. It'd probably make more sense if I just changed the color before I placed them all in, but you know, whatever. And this is the study here, so there's a couple bookshelves and also a fireplace, which is lovely. It is the only fireplace in the house, and to be fair, a fireplace doesn't really make sense in a beach house, but I thought it would look nice in the study. And I also kind of like having chimneys because they kind of add some detail to the house. So anyway, going off of what I did in my last 2 house builds, which were in The Sims 4, but I did this kind of pattern on the floor where I, kind of made it wrap around the walls really nicely. So I did that in this house too, and I did it in pretty much every room, and it looks quite nice. It took a little bit of time, but it looks very nice, and you can see here, it kind of finishes off the floor and makes it look kind of fancy. So I did that in the living room, this is the hallway, and I did it in the dining room as well, which you'll see soon. And here I'm putting in some lovely fans. I wish we had more ceiling fans. Those are the only ceiling fans that I know of. I mean, there's probably some other ceiling fan from the store. Actually, those ones that I put in are also from the store, but the Sims 3 store, of course. I wish that there was some more, like in the base game or something. That would have been nice. And the Sims 4 too. I wish that we had ceiling fans. It's just something that you don't really think about, but then it's kind of like a nice thing if you put it on a porch or something. I don't know. Anyway, that's going to be the kitchen where I just put the tile floor in. I just put another side door over there. And yeah, as usual, I start with the kitchen and then I kind of work my way around the rest of the house. So it's a pretty big kitchen. It's not anything super fancy. There's a bunch of doors coming off of it, so it kind of made it challenging because I couldn't place I couldn't place many cabinets around the walls because there's like a door on the right side, a door on the left side, and then a door on the back wall to go in the hallway. So, and there's also that wall full of windows that are really low, so you can't really place cabinets under them. So, oh well, but it's okay. So I kind of just put some cabinets around the place, and I'm also going to get in some tile backsplash, of course. Got to make it look nice and fancy schmancy. And yeah, that's pretty much the final layout. I'm going to obviously make all the colors look very nice and fancy. Also changed out the cabinets. I like these cabinets from Pets because they don't have a backsplash built in, so you can kind of use them as an island like I did there, which is nice because the normal island pieces you can't put sinks in, but you can use normal counter pieces as an island, and you can put a sink in it. So those ones are nice because they don't have backs on them. But anyway, here I'm just going to put in some wallpaper, of course, got to get that in. And yeah, I mean, I'll probably come back and do some details at a later time, which is what I usually do. So yeah, there you go. That's the basics of the kitchen done. And now we're just going to put some lighting in other places. So that's the hallway, of course. This is the living room here up front, and it's actually kind of dark. I don't know if that was the best move for a beach house to kind of make the decor kind of darker, but I liked the dark blue. I thought that it was kind of nice. I went with like a dark blue and black color scheme, which, not very beachy, but it looks nice. I love these couches as well. They're from some store set. I have no idea which one, but they look nice, and they're kind of modern, but they work in this house as well. And I think the one thing I like about them a lot is that they have pillows on them, and you can kind of change the color of the pillows separate from the couch. Most couches don't have any pillows on them, so these kind of add a bit more detail. So I guess that's nice. Anyway, here I'm just putting in the coloring, of course. Again, they're a little dark, but they're polka dot, so I mean maybe that makes up for it. I don't know. But yeah, they're a little dark, but oh well. I think it looks nice though. It's also a decently sized room as well, so you can seat plenty of Sims in here. I believe 6. That's fine. Yeah, 6 Sims. And just putting in the rug, of course. Got to get that in. And there's also a nice bookshelf over there. And soon we'll be putting in the decor. So there's the what are those? The sconces, which will be used throughout the house. Of course, usually I pick one style of sconce, then just use that everywhere. But yeah, that's what I ended up doing. And then there, of course, the ceiling lights and all that good stuff. So putting in those. There'll be plenty of plants in this house per usual, and those are my favorite curtains, as I use them in basically every Sims 3 house build because they can be used kind of individually, because the right and left side are individual, so they can fit on any window, which is nice. And there I decided to add a little bit of color in, playing off of that painting that's on the wall by putting in some green on the couch cushions. So that looks kind of nice. And I also just realized I used that painting in the master bedroom as well. I usually try not to use the same painting more than once in a house, but I just realized I didn't do that. Whoops. Anyway, not a big deal. Putting in a bunch of small details around the house, getting in a ship's wheel, which kind of gives the more nautical vibe, I guess. And yeah, just some plants, of course, around the place. Got to get that in. Got to make it look a little bit nicer. And some details on the coffee table. I think we're pretty much done here with the living room. It's pretty nice. And this is the dining room, of course. The only problem with this room is there's only one window, which is, so it's a little dark, but it's all right, I think. I mean, it's just a dining room. There's also going to be a small little breakfast nook in the kitchen, so if your Sims want to eat there, they can do that. And there's also ocean views there, which is nice. And yeah, here I'm just putting in the chairs. I'm using the same kind of color that's on the couch pillows in the living room. It's kind of like a minty green color. And here I'm putting in the rug, which is, it's a nice rug, I guess. I don't know. And yeah, this room has a more green color scheme than the living room. The living room is obviously like a bluish gray. This is going to be green, kind of like a minty green. I will change the wall colors later. I don't think I do it for a little while, but anyway. And I'm also going to put in the usual things like, do I put in a china cabinet? Can't even remember. Oh, yeah, of course I do. Always put in a china cabinet. There it is. And just some other things. A kumquat plant, however you say it. Kumquat. It's kumquat. There you go. Don't know why I had so much trouble saying that. Anyway, yeah, I put in one of those, which is interesting. And there's a nice leather chair there. I love the color of that chair. It's very interesting. It's like a bluish purple. And yeah, just some other small details. A little bookshelf, like an extra dining chair in case someone else wants to sit at the table, even though there's no room. And also a small little bathroom is right here on the downstairs. That was meant to be the laundry room, but I forgot, and I made it a bathroom, so I ended up being like, yeah, I could delete it and put it in a laundry room, but I just put the laundry room upstairs, so it's fine. So yeah, it's just a small half bathroom. It's actually nice to have a bathroom on the first floor, so it's probably better I did it this way anyways, but there you go. It's a nice little bathroom. Got all the little details that you'd expect, pretty much, I suppose. I don't know. And put in the towel. There it is. And probably that's about it. I don't know what else. Yep, there you go. Wonderful. And one other thing. And there you go. Beautiful. So now we're going to move on to this room here. And I didn't know what to do with this room because it's just kind of a large room off the dining room, I guess, kind of on the side of the house. But I made it a just bonus room. I put a pool table in it, and I just put in, basically just a pool table. I didn't really know what else to do with it, so it's plenty big room for it. So there you go. It's lovely. Gotta get a nice pool table in any house. This is one of the first houses in a while that I have not put a piano in. I usually put pianos in my houses. I don't know why. I just like having pianos in my house, in the Sims houses. I think it looks kind of fancy, so I could have put a piano in there, but I decided on putting the pool table in because you gotta mix it up a bit, Anyway, right here I'm putting in the material that goes in all the porches and decks, and like I said, I jump around a lot, so I'm going to be jumping around now to some landscaping, per usual. So, putting in some trees, some other various things. Here's where I put in the balcony for the master bedroom because, it's nice if the master bedroom has a balcony that looks over the ocean, so I decided to put that in, so just doing that right now. I'm also going to put in some larger windows as well, so because those tiny little windows don't really cut it. And yeah, there you go. Oh, the door doesn't fit. That was annoying, of course, but put in a different door, put in some windows. There you go. Instant balcony. It's very lovely. And I'm also going to put a cover over it as well, so if it rains, your Sims can still enjoy the balcony. So there you go. Nice, very fancy. And speaking of rain, it's actually raining right now outside. You probably can't hear it. I hope you can't hear it. But it's raining, so it's a fun fact that you probably didn't know. Anyway, God, yeah, right there's a weather vane. That's exciting, and I'm about to do other things. There's a window, a new window. It's very nice. I don't think there's any glass in that window, so that's probably pretty inconvenient. But ooh, here's a clever thing I did. I used this stone fire pit, and I put plants in it to make it look like it's a planter and not a fire pit. So there you go. That's a new trick you can use, even though it's not really that exciting, but yeah, it looks kind of nice. I thought it was unique. And also putting in some fancy outdoor lighting. Gotta have the outdoor lighting. Right now, I'm pretty much just putting off doing any more furnishing, because after a while, I get tired of furnishing, and then I'm like, I'll just do other random things. So that's what I'm doing now, basically. I'm just doing little things here and there. I'm just going to do the pool area, I believe. I don't know. I I actually accidentally removed some of the rocks you'll see I put by the pool fountain, and I don't think I ever put them back, so oh well. When I go in and take screenshots, I can put that stuff back. It hasn't even happened yet. I don't even know why I'm telling you, but anyway. Yeah, there's also a little nice stone patio down there, and basically you can walk down those steps and then just walk straight ahead to the beach, because the beach is just straight in front of those stairs, so it's kind of nice. And there's the fountain I was talking about, and here I'm putting in a bunch of rocks. Yeah, so some of those rocks on the left side, actually I think all of them on the left side get deleted, so I will put those back probably, so never fear. I also put in some lovely little pool ladders and some lights, of course, very necessary. And I believe that's all I do for now. Also, the bushes in the front kind of hide the pool, so you can't really see it from the front of the house, which is kind of cool. You know, it's kind of like a secret little thing, like you can't see the pool anywhere because it's under the house, you know? It's kind of depressing, I guess, but that means if it rains, you can still go in the pool, you know? Because it's kind of indoors, but it's not indoors, but it's just covered, you know, which is kind of cool, I guess. Since this lot doesn't actually touch the road, I couldn't really put a pathway to the road, so I just kind of put a dusting of sand that kind of makes it look like there's a pathway there. It works. And here I finally decided to go back inside, so that's what I'm doing now. And we're putting in some different wallpaper in the dining room and the pool table room. And right here I'm putting in the, whatever you call it, the laundry room. That's what you call it. So there you go. There's the laundry room. It's the little square room. And I'm also putting in some beds just to make sure these bedrooms are of a realistic size. Because sometimes it's hard to judge until you actually put the bed in, whether the room is too big or too small. But all the bedrooms are fine, so that's good. Also putting in some closets as well, just to make it look kind of fancy. Obviously, they serve no use because in The Sims 3, there's the closets. They're just kind of fake. I just kind of put them in to make them look kind of nice. So there's just a sliding glass door with some clothes behind it. So that's all it is. Anyway, here I'm putting in the bathroom. I don't use that tub because it ends up taking up way too much space. But this is the kind of master bathroom because it's one of the master bedrooms, one of the master suites, I guess, because there's kind of two of them. This master suite here that faces the front of the house actually has a bigger bedroom and a bigger bathroom, but the other one faces the ocean, and also the front one has a bigger balcony too. So the other bedroom and bathroom is smaller in every way, but it faces the ocean, so I kind of count that as the official master bedroom. So anyway, here I'm just putting a little stereo in the living room because, you know, gotta be able to listen to some music, of course. And just putting in some other details like a little clock. And here we go. We're back in the pool table room. So I'm just going to put a dartboard up. You know, I kind of make it like a rompus room thing, I guess. And I'm also going to put in some other various details, of course. Got a couch in, and also, I don't know what else. I put in like plenty of side tables in this house. I tend to use side tables all the time when I don't know what else to put in. So it's a pretty common thing I do. And some plants, of course. Got to get in plenty of plants. And yeah, I mean, this room also has a balcony that overlooks the ocean, so that's pretty fancy. Yeah, and just putting in some mirrors and some other things, and, you know, got to have all the details, even though this room is mostly not going to be used very often, but it's nice. It's nice to have, I guess. And there you go. There's a side table that's just there because I could, and we actually have not detailed the kitchen yet. We'll probably get back to that, I assume. And there's a runner in the hallway there, which is lovely. And we haven't even gotten to the study yet either. So no wonder why this build is so long. Oh my gosh. It's I'm just kind of like futzing around all over the place. But anyway, here we have the dishwasher. It's a great thing to have. I should definitely talk about that. And oh, there you just saw a bit of lag actually in the creative style. It's lagging. Ugh. It gets really frustrating after a while. It seems to happen after the game has been open for a long time. It starts to get worse and worse. Also, there's the yellow horse in the kitchen on the counter. Never going to forget the yellow horse. Obviously, always got to have that in the Sims 3 houses. Very important. Very, very important. And here I'm putting in the curtains. Having the curtains there in the kitchen. And also you can see there's a little table there for indoor dining if you want to overlook the ocean, because there will be an outdoor dining table as well, of course. And just putting in some under cabinet lighting just to make the kitchen look brighter without having to spam a bunch of ceiling lights in, because I don't like having all the ceiling lights in kitchens. So, and the counters always like leave all these shadows under them. So kind of putting in some little light bars underneath the counter, underneath, oh geez, that was a jumble of words. Underneath the oh my gosh, can't even say cabinets. Underneath the cabinets helps loads. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a sip of water. Lovely. What wonderful water. Alrighty. Back to commentating. You can see here we've put in some lights. Also a bed. Yep, there's a bed there. And I'm just looking at the house currently. Oh, there's the stairs I talked about like 20 minutes ago. Wonderful. Those go all the way down almost to the water. So you can see just a lot of porches in the back of the house. But it looks kind of cool. And here I'm just adjusting the roof. This is actually where I expand the dormers. And I put one that faces the ocean there. So the third floor gets a bit more natural light. Again, I'm basically just putting off doing more furnishing right now. This is why these builds end up so long. Because I just do all these like little things instead of just getting all the furnishing done in one go. So, oh well. But here you can see some nice larger dormers with some larger windows. There's the third one. So, gotta make it look fancy schmancy. There you go. Wonderful. So that's done. Now we can maybe, oh, no, never mind. Maybe soon we can move on to some bedrooms. Oh no, the study. I think the study is next. Maybe we can move on to the study soon. Who knows? Past Josh will have to grant us that before we can do that. So we're at the mercy of past Josh right now. I was putting in a dormer, but it failed because it looks stupid, so there it goes. And now we're moving on. Oh, no, we're not. And now, nope, we're doing the laundry room because that's important. So there you go. It's beautiful. It's a magnificent laundry room. You got a couple cabinets, got the washer dryer, got a little not deodorant. That's oh gosh, what's that called? What? Oh wow, that's embarrassing. It's the stuff that you put in the washing machine. That stuff. Oh wow, why can't I remember what it's called? That's horrifying. It's horrifyingly embarrassing. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on to some other things. Putting some more beds in bedrooms and some bathroom stuff in bathrooms, and also putting in. Okay, this is gonna bug me. I need to look up the stuff that you put in washing machines because. It's like on the tip of my tongue, but for some reason I can't remember what it's called. Wow. This is obviously crucially important to any house building video. Looking up what you put in washing machines. What do you put in... Oh, God. What do you put in a washing machine? Jeez. What? Why can there not just be a simple answer? Oh, my goodness. This is ridiculous. Anyway, there's the study. I'm doing the study now. That's a fun fact right there. So I'm just putting in some various wallpaper, a very interesting wallpaper actually, and other such things. And detergent, that's it. See, I knew it started with a D. I got it. Detergent. There you go. I put detergent on top of the washing machine. That's the box of detergent. Wow. It's like I was like, yeah, it starts with a D, but I can't remember why. Yeah. It's also a weird word. If you think about it, detergent. It's kind of a funky word. Anyway, now that we've settled that, we're now still doing the study. Got the nice fireplace in. Also, we have the lovely desk there. It's a pretty small room, but it's a fancy room, so that's always important. We got the built-in bookshelves there on either side of the fireplace, and fancy schmancy wallpaper there behind the fireplace as well, with kind of like the fancy molding. And here is putting in some plants just to make sure your Sims can't use those bookshelves. I'm always thinking ahead. And here putting in a mirror, probably. Nope, painting. Nope, that painting. There you go. And I will also put in a rocking chair. There you go. And just some other various things, I assume. A little side table so your Sims can put their crap on that. And basically, this is the study. I'll put in a computer, some other various thingamabobs. And yeah, it's a lovely little room. It's a tiny little room, but it's nice. It's a good little space. Anyway, there's a guitar. Your Sims can do that. It's a fun thing to do, I suppose. I wouldn't know. I've never done it before. I've never played a guitar, but your Sims might enjoy that. And there's also a computer there, and putting a few knickknacks and paddywhacks there, in the form of a seashell, of course. That is the most infamous type of paddywhack you can possibly have. What am I talking about? Oh my goodness. Alrighty. Also putting in other various things. Also a tissue box. Nope, a phone. Never mind, none of that. Anyway, I'm also going to put something on top of the mantelpiece. Don't know yet. A flower. I bet you it's going to be a flower. Let's see, here we go. No, oh, what was that? I didn't even... Oh, it's a candle. Oh, drat, I was wrong. Anyway, this is one of the guest bedrooms here. It's the first one that we're going to do. And it is well, actually, a lot of the bedrooms are blue. But this is one of the blue bedrooms. It's kind of like a grayish blue, of course. It's my thing. It's a color I quite like, and I love the bedspread color. It's kind of like this light gray with like a very light blue tint to it. It's quite lovely. I love that bedspread, actually. It's very nice. Anyway, also putting in a dresser there and a side table. The reason there's a dresser next to the bed instead of another side table is because the room is absolutely tiny, so there was no room for a proper dresser, so that's a shame. Also putting in a fancy mirror and also putting in other various things like a lamp. And I'm sorry if I said the word fancy way too many times in this video, because I've been realizing I've been saying it a lot. I should find, like, I always do that. I always get a word that I get hooked on, like interesting. There was one video I did not years ago, well, like in 2015, almost 2 years ago, in December 2015, where I said interesting in almost every sentence. It was horrible. Anyway, I'm going to try not to say fancy too much. And it's nice little things there on the dresser. And also we're moving on to the bathroom, which is mildly inconvenient because of the gigantic windows that overlook the street. So I put in some blinds so the privacy is saved, because I also had the toilet there right across from the blinds, and I hated the way when you looked at the house from the front, all you saw through those windows was just a toilet. So I moved the toilet over, so that's a little bit nicer. And of course, this bathroom is following the same color scheme as the bedroom. It's very grayish blue, and looks quite nice, just a nice ensuite. And oh, I forgot to mention this, but every single bedroom has an ensuite bathroom. All 5 bedrooms have an ensuite, which is very nice. I love it when a house works out that way, because I, of course, don't plan my houses. It's just whatever happens, happens pretty much, which is why I can spend some videos just like redoing the house over and over and over until I decide on what I like, because I don't actually plan anything. But yeah, so this house was not planned, but it actually worked out nicely that all the bedrooms have their own decently sized bathroom. So that was lovely. And then, of course, there's the half bathroom on the first floor for guests. So very nice. Anyway, I guess we finished that bedroom and bathroom. So now we're working on the first master bedroom. I'm going to call this the unofficial master bedroom because it can be used as one because it's larger in every way than the actual master, but it doesn't have ocean views. So that's what holds it back, really. And here we have a nice blue color scheme again. Like I said, most of the bedrooms are blue, although the master bedroom is green. I think it's really one of the only exceptions. But anyway, this is a nice large bedroom. It's a little weird in its shape because of all the things coming into it, but it's okay. And I also put a fancy schmancy mirror there over the bed. Oh gosh, I just said fancy again. I didn't even realize. Oh my goodness, I just said fancy again. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm probably just drawing your attention to it as well. You probably didn't even notice before. Now that I've drawn your attention to it, someone's going to comment, oh my gosh, you said fancy like 20 times. Anyway, here I'm putting in a lovely armoire, and it looks very nice. And I use these tiles from The Sims 3 Into the Future. And I put those on the floor, so it makes kind of like a custom rug, I suppose. It looks kind of fancy. Oh gosh, I swear I did not do that on purpose. I just said that by accident. Wow, okay. I need to work harder at this, clearly. There's the rug, the interesting rug. It's kind of the same pattern, but it's going the different directions there, so it kind of makes it look interesting. And here we have 2 chairs in the bedroom, of course. Got to have those, make it look kind of like a really cool bedroom. I was going to say fancy again, but I decided against it. And also use that nice little fan thing. It's either, I think it's Japanese, no, Chinese. I think it came with World Adventures, and World Adventures has a Chinese, has China, a world it's fictional China. So I'm assuming that's supposed to be Chinese. Anyway, moving on now to this bathroom here, which again is very nice. It's bigger than the actual master bathroom, but anyway. And there's also a nice large ceiling as well, because this is in the tower part of the house. So you'll see there's a very nice large high ceiling there over the area where the sinks and the bathtub are. And there's also double sinks, of course, and getting all the little details here and there, the towels and stuff. And there you can see the higher ceiling, which is quite nice. And I'll probably put in a few other thingamagummies, but pretty much that's the bathroom. Yeah, there you go. And just recoloring that. And we're going to move on now to this guest. I think actually we do the master bedroom first, but I put in some wallpaper in here anyway. But yeah, this is another guest bedroom, I guess. It has an ensuite, of course, as all the bedrooms do, like I said. And yeah, now we're going to do the master bedroom, I believe. So I'm just going to slightly adjust the bathroom here. I believe I just Yeah, I don't do that, but I make the bathroom a nice rectangle, and I don't expand the closet. I actually make the closet smaller, but anyway, but this is the bedroom with the balcony. It has a small balcony. The other master bedroom has a very large balcony, but this one overlooks the water, so it's quite nice, and I quite like it. Anyway, here you can see putting in the fancy wood flooring, which the other bedroom didn't have. And I also kind of messed it up here and got really confused. I was like, what is going on? I can't figure out why it's not working. Oh my gosh. It got really confusing, so I just decided to get rid of it and start over because I couldn't figure out what the heck was going on. But there you go. Very nice. I like the way that looks quite a bit. And putting in a different bed that looks quite a bit nicer. And yeah, this bedroom also has a TV, which I don't think the other one does have. So again, this makes this bedroom kind of more masterful, if you will. And yeah, it's also a green color scheme. There's also that nice little entrance area, which the other bedroom doesn't have. It's kind of like a little vestibule, which I kind of said that weirdly. Anyway, I'm going to take this opportunity to take another sip of water, so don't mind me. Ah, lovely. Anyhow, this is the master bathroom. I was going to try to cram a gigantic bathtub in here, but didn't work out. And I was also, I was kind of messing around with that. Didn't work. So I just went with the normal bathtub, but I put it on an angle so it looks kind of cool. It makes it look nicer. And here I'm putting in a really nice tile. I actually quite like that tile. That's on the wall there. It's also on the countertop in the shower. And here I'm putting in the wallpaper. It's a very nice kind of light green. It's kind of like a turquoise-ish color. It's kind of minty, actually. No, not really. Anyway, it's nice. And also putting in a armoire. This bedroom does not have a sitting area in it, so that kind of tones down its level of niceness. But oh well, it's still very nice. And also putting in the curtains. I was trying to figure out what curtains would not block the windows, so I went with those curtains over that area because the normal ones I use completely block the windows, and I didn't want to do that because of course then you're blocking the ocean view. So I decided to use those other curtains there. And also putting in, there's where I used that painting again. Remember I mentioned like a half hour ago that I used the painting in the living room as well? I didn't mean to use it twice, but oh well. And you probably wouldn't have even noticed if I didn't say anything, but there you go. I gotta call attention to all the flaws in the house, of course. And there's the TV and a nice plant. Actually, 2 plants. There you go. Look at that. Very nice. And also a nice rug, of course. Gotta have the rug. And I believe that's the master bedroom pretty much done. I don't know what else I put in. I think that's pretty much it. So there you go. That's quite cool. Also put in an electrical box outside. Actually, how much longer do we have? We have about 7 minutes more of building. Wow, that's exciting. We've been here a long time, that's for sure. But yeah, so putting in some more tile in this on the wall there, just so there's no weird kind of seam there between the wallpaper and the tile. I also think I toned down the floor color a bit because it's a little intense, I think. But anyway, it's quite a nice bathroom, I guess. It's got, there we go. I'm toning down the floor a bit and putting in a plant in the corner there. And also that corner window has a view of the ocean as well. So if you sit in the bathtub, you can kind of look out to the water. So I guess that's pretty nice. Anyway, just wrapping it up. And there's also a closet, of course, because it is the master bedroom. And yeah, so now we're moving on to the other guest bedroom or whatever other bedroom. Whatever you want it to be, it can be. It's also a grayish blue color scheme, of course. Gotta get that in there. And also these kind of interesting nightstands there, and I also kind of put one of those lamps purposefully on an angle. It was not an accident. And there's a dresser, a nice dresser, of course, gotta have that. And other things that I'll be putting in this room, like a mirror probably at some point. Three mirrors, that's cool. And also putting in some curtains, some nice curtains, different ones actually from the other bedrooms, less fancy ones. And oh gosh, I just said fancy. Oh my goodness, wow. Anyway, putting in some paintings. There's a nice painting there, and I actually quite like that painting on the other wall here under the chair. This bedroom is actually quite large. It's a nice sized bedroom. And putting in the rug there, very nice, very fancy. Oh, didn't say that on purpose. Anyway, very nice rug. Oh, there's a kumquat plant. I don't think I actually ended up using it. There you go. There's instead a just copy of what's on the other side. And I'm also just putting in some other various things on the stuff, on the dresser. And also some little paintings on the wall there, some silhouettes. And here we're going to do the bathroom, the ensuite. pretty simple bathroom, nothing too extreme. It's just a bathroom with your usual things that you'd find in a bathroom. So just got to get that in there, and some various details, some little bottles there in the shower. So probably soap and shampoo and who knows what else. Anyway, also a little medicine cabinet, so that's nice. And yeah, I think that's pretty much the bathroom done. So anyway, this is the kids' room here. So it's got bunk beds, or a bunk bed, I guess. And it also has an ensuite, of course. It's also the smallest bedroom in the house. And this also does not have a blue color scheme. It's kind of more black, white, and green, which is interesting. Once you see the bedspread, you'll see it ends up being a green color. So, that kind of works nicely. And yeah, it's also got that kind of nautical theme with the wallpaper, with the kind of ship anchors and like the sea serpents and the skull and crossbones kind of stuff. That kind of makes it look more. What's the word? I just said it. More. Oh gosh! Wow. I'm pathetic with words today. Whatever I just said it was. Nautical. That's the word. Oh my. Anyway, that's what it looks like. And it's also that kind of cool shark beanbag chair, which is quite cool. Anyway, also a nice little rug there on the floor, and a little bookshelf as well, so they can brush up on some reading, and some few little toy things around the place. I don't know. And yeah, pretty much that's the bedroom there. And we're moving on now to the ensuite bathroom, which is the smallest bathroom in the house, but it's still got all the amenities you'd expect. The tub shower and the sink toilet stuff going on, as you do. And putting in the details, of course. Gotta have the toilet paper and the towels and the little floor mats, all that kind of stuff. Very essential, naturally. And a blind on the window there for some privacy. Yeah, so that's pretty much the interior done, except for the artist studio, because that's on the third floor, and I'll be getting to that. Anywho, we're just going to do some landscaping next, I imagine. Yeah, anyway, putting in some outdoor furniture now. So I'm going to put in a fire pit. I don't think I actually do the fire pit because the chairs would not cooperate. Every time I moved it, they kept graying out. So that was annoying. I know, gosh, I'm going to yawn. Well, I've never done that in a video before. Anyway, excuse me. Alrighty, so putting in a outdoor dining set, so your Sims can dine outdoors and look over the ocean, which is nice. And I'm also putting a grill, of course, and a bench. And I'm also just going to put some more outdoor lighting in. I put some more little chairs around the various porches and stuff, and of course some more lighting. And I will also be putting in some lounge chairs, plenty of lounge chairs by the pool, on all the porches and stuff. Of course, gotta have that. But yeah, so the upper porch is kind of like the dining area. You have the grill, and you have the little dining table, and then down here you have all the lounge chairs, so your Sims can either sit under the umbrella or they can sunbathe on those chairs over there. I was considering a hot tub, but I decided not to put one in because there wasn't really a good place for it. And yeah, it's putting in some little potted plants and some things around the place. And so that's the outdoor furniture pretty much. I'm going to do some landscaping now. Just some small landscaping, because stuff doesn't really grow in sand, but not really, not much. But I had to put some stuff in the sand just to add some detail. But of course, plenty of lush landscaping in the front where there's grass. And I'm also putting in this lovely stone wall here down by the pool. You can also see all those missing rocks there in that corner. Whoops. But anyway, changing the color of the pool, make it look a bit nicer. And also putting in a couple lounge chairs, actually 3 lounge chairs. And some outdoor lighting down there, and some other various things, various terrain paint. We're actually almost done here, so anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this house build. There's some screenshots coming up after this that I hope you stick around for. And yeah, if you like what you see here, I'd greatly appreciate it if you check out my channel and consider subscribing. That would be quite nice. That would be very fancy, if you know what I mean. And that'd be quite cool. Anyway, just putting in some more details here. I haven't done the third floor yet, but we only have about 45 seconds left, so you know it's going to happen soon. And yeah, it's putting in. Oh, here we go. Just gonna saved it for last. I didn't know. Let's not talk so fast. I saved it for last because I didn't know what I was gonna do. But it turned out there's some nice stuff from university life that kind of fits the bill. So there's some kind of paint splattered things on the floor, and also a table that kind of works well in there. So yeah, anyway, pretty much wrapping it up here, just putting in the few final things. around the room, as you do. And yeah, I think we're pretty much done here, putting in just some last finishing touches, and I hope that you enjoyed this house building video, and I really hope to see you in the next one. So yeah, I guess I'll see you next time. Bye everyone, have a great day.